Good day and welcome. Thank you for joining me today. We'll make sure things are working. We'll get going here. Looks like we got some gardening to do here. Missed one day because I had a couple days away from this game. But we got two veggies on each instead of 3. I played a little bit of Halo and a little bit of Far Cry. And tonight it's Animal Crossing. I played a little bit of Halo. So sound works. Where's A? A. Sound is good. That's good to hear, Walter. Are you still playing this game? You getting anywhere? Design it well. Celestine, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Did you like earlier, Walter? It doesn't show me the first couple of reactions there, so I don't know if that was you. I saw Celestine just now, but it didn't show me the 2 reactions before that. Right on. Doesn't have any news. Started the new week. Alright, Isabel didn't have much to say. Alright, let's start by checking the mail. The present from Audi. Pair of glasses, I guess. Zan, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. 12, 128, 100, rank S. Yeah, I went down in score, eh? Was 131. I don't remember what I took out, though. Things are going downhill, I tell ya. Jordan, thank you for liking and following. Welcome to this Starbase. Hope your weekend was well. It's a long weekend for some in Canada. I think President's Day or something like that in the States, if I remember right. Oh, we got some extra flowers to be had here. So let's remove them. There, you see the pattern of my garden here, so I can easily tell the new flowers. It is the president. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I guess I do know a thing or two, eh? About our neighbors to the south. I want to get extra. I guess I could have did 2 there. Extra red hybrids, if I can. Will make growing blues give me more attempts. Everything looks fine there. Gotta inspect the land, you know. Alexa, change the lights to 80%. There we go. Does that affect my quality any? Arvin, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Ooh, I learned bewilderment. Animal Crossing is slow but a fun game. It's interesting because, you know, there's a pretty good chance that if you and I or anybody else played this game from scratch, you know, our islands would look completely different. Oh, did I mess you up? Sorry about that. I didn't know you even had one. I just had to turn my lights down a bit. But it'd be nicer at 80%. Hopefully your lights are nicer at 80% too. You got any lights programmed in? Just gonna go check out, see if I spot any. How many spots do I have? I have a few spots, so. Oh, what's this? Oh no, I don't want to do that. I wanted to push this button. There we go. Rimmed glasses. Iron nuggets. There, they'll mix them together. It's kind of funny that it affects yours, eh? Do you have any programmed lights? We got a message in a bottle, yeah. Coconut pancakes, that sounds exciting. Who doesn't love coconut pancakes, man? Where? Any good? No. There's the moon, man. Have you ever tried Alexa, change voice? Did that do anything for you? Alexa, change voice. Playing with Walter's devices, eh? How wooed. Ellis, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. So much for that Bugs home, eh? It's a hard knock Bugs life. Matthew, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Time to chop a tree. Hey, Victoria. Don't want no tree there. Can't believe weeds grow on that, eh? To water them while I'm here. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Look at that, what we found. Then we could walk on that. But for the amount of orange flowers I have, you'd think I'd get some. More off of them. Those are supposed to breed into black. Oh, there's a miss. You're okay, well that's good to hear. I dug up 1,000 bells. New tree on the way. No new flowers there. No new flowers there. Nothing over here. Stephanie, thank you for following. Welcome to the Starbase. Much appreciated. Alright, we got a problem. We have no space. We'll have to make some space. I guess we gotta warn that. There we go. Use that newly acquired space. Oh, that's a miss. There, we got 3 fossils now, I think. Up through here. I'll go to the store. You love my island? Well, thank you so much. It's a 5-star island, you know. Hey, that's cool. What's this? A sword? I don't have any room though. I'll have to sell some crap first. Oh yeah, it was turnip day today, eh? Before I sell some crap, I'm gonna get those fossils appraised, I think, and then come back. There we go. Hair was in my eye. That can't do the piano any good. Alright. Gotta go over here past the ice cream machines. The buffet's been out for a while. Maybe it needs changing. Odds are he has all of them, but you never know. I mean, with 5 of them, could be lucky. More than 4 even, buddy. Oh, he has them. I'm fine. Oh, I should check if I have a painting on me. Oh. Make sure you visit your coffee person. Ooh, look at that coffee. Must be good coffees. He's blissing out on it. Wasn't quite through the door. I like waiting. Anticipation for the screen changing. He likes to run. He runs right around like a record player. Right round. Get around. Over here. This stream is brought to you by water. That I paid for myself. Drink water. Lots of water. Good for ya. Let's see what coconut pancakes are made out of. Yeah, just look. We will do some cooking soon though. Flour, sugar, and coconut. Well, heck yeah, those are probably worth something, eh? We'll make some flour and sugar. Coconuts. I want to sell. Dudes. Everything. Sell. Let's sell that. Not quite everything. There, that cleans out a lot. I'll take 39 or 29,000 bells. Then we'll go see what this thing is. Bells? I mean, yeah, if it's the right price, I guess. Sure, why not? Holy cow! It's expensive. We'll have to go get some money. Because who doesn't need a $130,000 sword that's stuck in the ground, eh? Oh, I calculated that out sort of good. You can't play those arcade games, eh? Seems like a fair price. You don't often get to buy weapons in this world. Now we can. Wonder if we can put it into a table. Let's test it, just see if we can. No, you have to put it on the ground, I guess. That would have been pretty cool if we could have put it into a table. Well, good thing I came in this way. Because then we can pick this weed. Seems like a good use of $130,000. Pancakes. Pancakes. Don't get any fresher than this, man. Picking the grain, we're gonna beat it into flour. I was gonna grab that flour for a second. As in the Daisy or whatever that is, Cosmos. Clean up the beach here. All these shells. Hope you guys are ready for some coconut pancakes. Make our flour fresh here. Ooey, ooey, good. Really make a stage area here or something, like makes more sense. All right, here we go. That intensity. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. Oh yeah. Alright, now that we've got the flour, make coconut pancakes, we need to also get some sugar. Here it comes. It won't be long. We'll make coconut pancakes for the first time. It's gonna be historic. Look at that uneven number, eh? Alright, here it is. You guys ready for the big moment? The big reveal? We're gonna make 5 of these. Look at how delicious they look. They look like cake. Except they're coconut. What kind of syrup is that? Sugar syrup? Oh yeah, look at that. Mm-mm. Look what I made. It's coconut pancakes. Everybody loves coconut pancakes except for people that don't like coconut. You know, if you don't like coconut, let me know. I will be amazed. You do like coconut, and you let me know. I will not be amazed. Alright, so we made our coconut pancakes. They look delicious. Look at them. We even have a little space left. Go check the value of a coconut pancake. Since this is the first time we have made coconut pancakes. Let's talk to Tommy here. Tommy Chong. I want to sell. He's like, yeah, man. Dave's not here. No, it's Dave. $2,000 only, eh? Consider the amount of ingredients. You would think it'd actually be worth more. Like 6 items. Alright, you're gonna get to enjoy yourself some coconut pancakes. There's weed. I'm gonna sell him some weed. Sugar cane. Oh, I forgot one item. Alright, he's not gonna know we're the same in person here. Can't tell, right? Oh, that towel rack. Right, we need to go get some more ingredients for cooking. Let's go hang up the towel rack in our lovely bathroom. It's upstairs. Go to the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom, you gotta go upstairs in this place. Where's a good place for a towel rack? Right here because it's more obvious. If I put it right here by the shower, you wouldn't be able to see it. A good spot, I think. Like a nice forest in there. Alright. Tiffany, thank you for liking. I don't know if you saw it, but we just got a brand new towel rack. Amazing. Amazing sauce. I made some coconut pancakes. So everybody will be very pleased who loves coconut pancakes. What should I make next? Go to the garden. Pick those. Let's grab the carrots, you know. Grab these because they're not really usable. They're sellable. You're both a dog and a cat person. Well, you could be both, but might be one more than the other. I want to do a thing, but what? I don't think Tybolt hates you. I guess I could bring your present to him. Brenda, thank you for liking. You better be easy to find. I got so many inventory spots, you know. You ever open the present? Big garden, I don't know if I'll be able to take it all. Right, almost. Countdown, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got plenty of space left. I guess that's that thing with having 2s instead of 3s. One here on the way. Hey there. There's an army helmet. I wonder how much the army helmet is. You know, I'll be able to make the YMCA song soon. If I get all the things, because I got like a kind of a cowboy hat. This is like a navy hat or something. What? Should have went in the change room to buy it, but Birdo, thank you for liking. Look at my navy or my army hat. Amazing. See what else is in here. Monos. We got motorbike helmets. Nothing caught my eye. I think it's 50-50 right now, Tiffany. Apparently, yeah, there's a lot of people there are cat and dog people. I want to make something good. Make some of these. That sounds delicious. We can make 8. 8. Delicious. Bowls. Man, where does my guy get these plates from? Well, honestly, if you vote anyway, it's good. Good to vote. Brought a lot of fine things in. You have two. Yeah, see, there you go. That's a good potential reasoning. You would have 2 dogs and a cat if your number 1 was a dog person. Potentially. Although I do like both too myself. I had 2 cats and a dog before too. They all lived to ripe old ages before they got too old where their bodies started to break down and stuff. Unfortunately, they had to be put down eventually. They were good animals. I liked them all. The cats both had like renal failure kind of stuff, I think, in the end. The dog just about made her to 16 for a breed that only goes to 12 normally. For averages at 12, I guess. Alright, Nachi the patatis. Unlocks, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Alright, we're out of ingredients for potatoes for now. Throw some more carrots on the Barbie. Oh yeah. Bonk, bonk. These things sell for particularly much because there's only 3 items to make them. They use it for carrots fast though. I think we can only make about 5 more. We can make no more. Our pockets are stuffed. I wonder if Timmy or Tommy sell or buy things for more. Two cats from when we lived in a rent house. Landlord said no dogs for about a year after we bought our house. We finally got our dog. Nice. What kind of dog is it? With cats, they're all cats mostly. With dogs, you know, everybody names, you know, I got it, whatever. Mine was a Karelian bear dog that I had before. Like an Arctic fur kind of dog. Oh, I don't want to open that. I'd deliver the present so I don't have to carry it around, eh? You're a dog person. Do you have a dog? What kind of dog do you have? What kind of dog do you prefer if you don't have one? Boxer pit. Body of a boxer. Face of a pit. Oh, that's probably a cool dog. A doghouse. I might be able to make a doghouse, I guess, eh? If you ever settles down and gives me the recipe. Januna. There you go, eh? I'm not familiar with that one. Need something, hoser? A t-shirt from Gaston. Hopefully it doesn't give me something to fill up my inventory. You know. Not important, but I think they're eyeballs. Oh crap, he's giving me his book. Gonna give me a recipe to make books. The Beert is leaving your town. Is that good or bad? Well, you don't want anybody to leave. Funny he gave you a dog house since we were talking about dogs. That's true, eh? And you know, he's a cat. Technically, he's a tiger. But why on earth is a cat building a doghouse? What is up with that? Good thing I can get my dreamies like Bam and stuff. Exactly. How people get puppy plushies? They were like Christmas toys presents, I think, weren't they? Those are different ones. The ones I have are Christmas dog toys. Pumpkin bagel sandwich coming at you. Yeah, Tiffany seems to be saying the same thing there, so. I think they gave me, one of them gave me one. So I was just cutting a Christmas video the other day. Today, not the other day, today. So I'm up to December 24th. I made a video cut of delivering presents to all my villagers. There's one funny one in there. I'm probably going to do it as a TikTok or reel. Some people make dog. That's a good idea, eh? Those would definitely be dog people. I saw a crown in my shop one time. $1.2 million. I haven't seen one since. If I ever saw it again, you know, I'd have to buy it. You know, with the amount of pumpkin bagel sandwiches I've made, they should almost, you know, give me a bakery here. You like cats too, but you grew up as a dog person? Fair enough. I grew up as a dog person too. There's different things I like about them. You know, dogs are kind of fun because they, you know, they're really into you. You know, they love hanging out and looking forward to you coming home and stuff. You know, you can train them to do stuff. You know, like go get a, you know, you throw a stick in the lake. Do I visit? I take the codes, and then eventually if I play on a day where I have more time, I have visited a couple. But yeah. As far as dogs go, you know, they're a little more trainable. Although I did have a cat before that, you know, I could throw a little foam ball even into boxes and stuff, and that cat would go and get it back. Although I stopped doing that after I got other cats, you know. It was a one household cat, I guess. I mean, you can train cats, but I mean, they're just not quite as trainable. They're gonna do what they want. Nice thing about them though is if you want to go somewhere for a couple days, I mean, the cat will manage. As opposed to a dog, you wouldn't want to leave them alone. My bear dog that I had, and I put her in my room when I was living in a different home than I am now, but had an air conditioner, like a wall air conditioner unit, you know, they put in the window. Yes, it's not really a wall one, but you know, a window air conditioner unit. And it was plugged in, and when I came home, that thing was bit. The cord was bit in half and still plugged into the wall. So I don't know what the heck was going on when I was gone. I had to train her, crate trainer after that. That wasn't very safe. It was plugged in the wall at least when I started. I don't remember if it was plugged in at the end, but it was still bit in half. They know what you're saying and understand like dogs, but they don't care. Yeah, it was pretty fun though with that one cat to, you know, to get to play fetch with it, because he actually probably fetched better than the dog I had, you know, later on. That little ball. Get all the food now. Oh. $46,000 buckaroonies. And growing up, I used to have a black Labrador Retriever. He was a good dog. My dad was a pheasant hunter. Primarily pheasant. Sometimes he went duck hunting too. And so that dog was like a super good fetcher, I guess. You know, and bring back that duck. You know, you don't want to damage it. Or pheasant, or whatever it is. My cats that I had, two of the cats were Manxes. I didn't mind them. Good cats. A Karelian bear dog that I had. That was a really good dog, but you had to really put time in to train it. Allie, thank you for liking. I'm gonna just sell these extra couple items before I grab more materials. Boris, thank you for liking. My microphone blocked one of them. I want to sell. What do you think I'm offering? Some food. There we go. Oh, one more. Man, Timmy here must really have a lot of dough. You know? Probably sell everything at a good markup or something, eh? I like the Walmart of my island here. Okay, we should grab some more stuff here. We got tomatoes, potatoes. All of them. If I were to do it again, I wouldn't put my garden right behind the building. A couple of things I built right by the buildings or obstacles where you can't really see it. One thing I like about vegetables is they're easy to pick. Tree, you gotta go shake it, then you gotta collect the fruit. Nothing beats a good winter watering. Miguel, thank you for liking, much appreciated. All right, that water. William, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. There we go. Make sure we're in the right spot. This is easier now, we can see. Ah. Fortunately, I have a spare. Aren't very good quality watering jugs that they sell here at Nook's Cranny. All right. Things are becoming very watered. These ones look rather dry. And you guys thought you were watching Animal Crossing. Turns out it was Farm Sim. Kidding, it's Animal Crossing. I mean, you know, there's food growing in a lot of games. Even Dragon Age and stuff like that, you know? When are they gonna put out a new Dragon Age? That was a fun game. I put that too high by accident. Bro, everything is well, A-OK. Perfecto. How many spaces? I do them in sets of 6. So that, cause when you water, you know, with your water jug, you get 6, right? So I would do, you know, 12 each if you're gonna do that. You know, cause it's easier to water them, right? So, you know, this one here is 6, 12, right? Well, it's six long, but basically it's in sets of 2s. So that when I water it, it makes it a lot easier. At least that's my thinking. Snack a lot. Thank you for liking, much appreciated. I better go make Snack a lot a snack. You know, because then maybe he might say something. Because he'll be very impressed. Because he likes to snack a lot. Right? We'll make him a pumpkin bagel sandwich. I hear Snack a lot likes pumpkin bagel sandwiches. He doesn't, he's crazy. And we'll make a tomato curry as well. He probably likes tomato curry. There we go. That's lots to snack on. Well, he might not have a sound on, so we might have to tell him, you know, snack. I don't know how to Communicated if somebody has no sound on. Who are you kidding yourself? You want to make Animal Crossing food? I know it makes me hungry to do this. Like watching a show, you know, or YouTube about food making. You know, you get hungry. You know, like I really enjoy shows like You Gotta Eat Here and stuff like that, but I get hungry watching them. I went to a restaurant that was on You Gotta Eat Here. Really good. I went to two actually, because there was one that was local. So I went to that one. And then when I was in Vancouver, you know, I noted down one that looked really good because I knew next time I go to Vancouver I should check it out. So I made sure to stop in. It was like in, I don't know how they even found it because man, it was in the kind of an industrial area. It was like in an industrial area, like in like one of the suburbs of Vancouver, maybe Burnaby. It was good, but it was like one of those places that, you know, you probably all the locals know, but you know, because it's a little bit out of the way, they probably wouldn't get a lot of highway traffic. I wonder if they're still around. The one that's local here isn't around anymore. They got bought. They're there, but they're not the same, you know. I wonder if there's any YouTube channels of anybody making the Animal Crossing food in real life, you know? You know, they could do a little animation and then have cooked the real recipe. Like, you can get, like, I remember there was a food truck at PAX that made Skyrim food. So, imagine there's an Animal Crossing food somewhere. Emmy Made Food Network. Rosanna Parsino on YouTube. Try refreshing. I just refresh the stream and then that sometimes does the trick. Or there's a gear in the bottom right corner. I guess if it's your signal, you won't have much choice. I was gonna say you could try turning down the resolution a bit. But yeah, if you're going somewhere where there's no signal, I mean I guess that's pretty hard to fix that. $42,000 bells. Do. And we're rolling in the bells, eh? We didn't even get the fruit yet. You're watching on your computer. Oh, it's like a wireless, I guess. You're in the wrong part of the house. They're wireless telling you, I don't like this part of the house. That's what mine does if I go to certain parts of the house. I keep thinking I'd like to get an extender, but haven't bothered, I guess. The internet heavy usage is over here. You know, this room, in fact. Alright, we're done making tomato curry. Snacklaw didn't respond, so he might have had his sound off. We'll assume he would have enjoyed it. You watch on your computer, you have to charge it? Oh, really? Green in your battery on you. Gonna make some more of this. Everybody loves this meal. And if I could cook like this in real life, oh. Got the moves, you make something in 5 seconds. Is it even 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 seconds. There we go. Fill up our inventory with potato meals. Have I made it in real life? No. I'm not very spectacular of a cook, to be honest. I mean, I could probably make Kraft macaroni with hot dog bits in it. Good stuff. That's a good Canadian meal, by the way. Guess you don't call it Kraft macaroni, though. Good mac and cheese in the States. AD and Canada. Make a hamburger. You know, on the barbecue or something. Guess we're relegated to pancakes here now. I cleaned out all the gardens there. You ever had potato pancakes? My mom used to make potato pancakes when I was young. Not something I've had in a long time, though. I think that's all we can make. I think we're out of ingredients. Well, crap. Now we'll have to go get our fruit. I don't know if potato pancakes are, you know, a meal that is that common or not, you know? Remember having it. Rid of that loner potato. Another 46,000, eh? at that dough, yo. Go get our fruit. Orange, you glad that I picked those first? Alright. Yeah, it's too bad my guy doesn't get into the little amusements. That'd be cool. Like in Cyberpunk, you can actually go and ride the roller coaster. I guess they really spiced up the Cyberpunk game with the new consoles. Because before it was like more matched up with the old generation. Now that's got features that the old generation can't even handle. Here we got the pears. We're doing good for space too. We should be able to grab all the peaches. See, there's a dog right there from the Christmas ones. Bye. All right. Well, have a good night. You're coming by. Oh, here we go. Here's the sound effect for Celestine since she said bye.
See you, eh?
Yeah. Good day, eh?
There we go. I hope she got to hear that before she left. That's cool use of that sound effect, isn't it? Oh, we're a little bit off there. We got millions of peaches. Peaches for me. All right. Most of them are underway. Peach, peach, more peach. All right, that's their final peach tree. We should get a dish and call it a peach tree dish. That'd be pretty cool. So, let's make something. Let's make a fruit salad, man. I mean, who doesn't want a fruit salad? Salads are delicious. We can only make 6 of them though, because I only have 6 cherries. We plant some more cherries sometime. I think we don't have to use the coconuts, eh? And now we have to improvise. Make other things. Like apple smoothies. And orange smoothies. Apple smoothie. Here, have a drink. All these smoothies, you know, make a guy thirsty. Man, I spilled everywhere. Got a drink, eh? I think it was just water. And not an orange smoothie. Berry smoothie would have been bad. Pretty close on the old pole here, guys. Tight race. I don't know who's gonna win. Orange smoothies are done. Wonder if anybody has made as many smoothies on Facebook Gaming as I have. Oh, we're full. Lid on the water. Don't want to spill it. Would suck now on these waters. You know what? We could have made jam. Oh well. A couple peach smoothies doesn't hurt. I wonder if we'll crack 200,000. Fruit salads are probably worth something. Can't make pear smoothies. Mooncat, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Also drop the sugar. Got peaches, millions of peaches. Yeah, I could poetically say that for you, I guess. There's a Justin Bieber song named Peaches. Think I sold my net? Oh well, I guess I'll have to buy a new net. Alright. I think I lost a net at some point though. I should probably buy a new watering can too. I might have. This net doesn't have a star on it. Well, crap, eh? Good eye, though. Right, so I'll say it poetically here. Pull up the inventory, showing all the peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the countries, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man in a factory downtown. If I had my little way, I'd eat peaches every day. Sun soaking bulges in the shade. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country is gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. Took a nap. Took a little nap where the roots all twist. Squished a rotten peach in my fist. and dreamed about you, woman. I poked my finger down inside, made a little room for an ant to hide. Nature's candy in my hand, can or a pie. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Look out. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Look out. Oh, where that first money bag is? Oh, well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the peaches reading. Now we're gonna make peach jam. Look what I made. It's peach jam. And I hope I get some more jam recipes, because then I can make like apple jam. Or actually, I don't know if that's called apple jam, but I wonder why they don't have strawberries in this game. I like strawberries, they're easy to grow. You know what? We're gonna have a lot of jam. Because we're jamming, jamming, jamming. I made a money pile. It cost me 300,000 to make bells to make it. And then I went to see how much it costs if you were to sell it, and you can sell it for 150,000. So if you have like so much money, it's ridiculous. You could like make a Scrooge McDuck vault full of money. And then that would be cool. That's what you should do. You have $1 billion or whatever, 1,000,000,000 bells, whatever the maximum is. Make money bags until you're out. And then build your money back up. Found something cool. You need that recipe? You don't have that recipe? I just got it randomly. Well, the funny thing is you can't have like 500,000 in your inventory. You have to break them into $99,000 bags. Well, I guess you can't have 500,000 in your inventory anyway, but I mean, you know what I mean. You can't just you have to actually break them into the right bags, kind of thing. I can show you after I'm done, show you the pile of money, what it looks like. think I'll have one extra peach. You know what they should do is if you find an item, you should be able to make that item. But I guess that's not necessarily realistic. You know, this game is grounded in realism after all. And our pockets are jam stuffed. What? Oh, our pockets are jam-packed. I could make one more. But no. No, I can't, in fact. And jam too many. Thank you for liking, Maverick. Oh, I said I could show you. Thank you for looking at an ad. Much appreciated. I think I just said that I could show you what it looks like. Guys, it's too bad you can't make any item that you pick up. Or even share recipes you've learned, eh? That'd be pretty cool. You're a dog and a cat person. Well, you're gonna have to pick one of them. Probably makes it too easy, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go and make one more jam, and then I'll buy a replacement net and a replacement watering can. Hopefully they have cool ones in stock today. Oh wait, I got 4. And if I make 2 of these, I'll use up the jams. Or the peaches, I mean. Maverick could eat all of the digital food I created. And he would like it. Oh, we're done. Done prepping. Where were you yesterday, Maverick? You missed out on Far Cry. You said you missed Far Cry. I played some Far Cry and you missed out, unfortunately. You voted for the animal you have more of. See, that's logical. Miss Halo now? I played Far Cry though. I thought you'd like watching Far Cry. Especially for you and everybody else that wanted to watch it. Could use another fishing rod, I think. I played Halo on Friday though. And then I played Far Cry on Saturday. How many shovels do I have? Oh, I only have 1 shovel. Probably like $10,000 worth of. here. I want to sell. A smoothie. One smoothie for me, one smoothie for you. I just had a poetic reading just a few minutes ago, Maverick. Did you catch that? Awesome. Alright, what time is it? Probably, oh no, we're okay still. Gonna say we gotta hurry and shake the trees. Probably. And we probably should. Oh, what do we got there? Crap, man. You saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Did you think it was boring or did you love it? It wasn't as good as my poetic reading I just had earlier. Tell you that. Love it. Hey, look at this thing. A baobab. Hey, send us gift. That's new. Not sure if I have. Dream 2022 Ghostbuster out. We're even busy. I think I have a Loa. I want to watch Ghostbusters. Don't give any spoilers away for any of those. We gotta check to see if I have Aloha. KK Aloha. Oh, maybe I don't have. Oh, what's that one? Oh, right there, the last one I looked at. I think I checked, eh? Oh, we got a visitor. I think my character. Gonna check for a second. You want to play high guard, low guard? Give me an orange. Alright, you ready for high card, low card? Get an explorer's hat if we guess right. 5, it's a tough one. Is it going to be higher or lower than 5? What do you think, Maverick? And don't say both of them. Tiffany says higher. Okay, we'll go higher. Too late, Maverick. It is higher. Now we have ourselves an explorer's hat. See? You're gonna put the combat helmet back on. I paid good dough for that. Arrivederci. We got an orange. There we go. Tiffany wins over Maverick. The first 2 rows are fruit. Old sewing machine. Now the bees and wasps won't even see me coming. Got an army hat. I assume the high card, low card is 1 to 10. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a 10, to be honest. Do. On Amazon Prime, they got a show coming out. The Last Comic Standing. That looks pretty good. It's like a bunch of comedians. And they're trying to make each other laugh. And if they laugh, they get eliminated. So it looks like it'll be a pretty crazy show. I don't know if you know any of the comedians. Tom Green is in it. Colin Mockery or whatever his name is. From Whose Line Is It Anyway? But looks kind of interesting. I don't know if it's just Amazon Canada that has that, or if it's all of them. But It looks good. I'm sorry, boss. I just have to say they play the most randomest ads in your video. What kind of ad did you get? House of Hydra, thank you for liking. Much appreciated. Thank you for watching an ad, though. You know, that stuff. Those ads are good in some ways. They support the stream in some fashion, right? Too bad they don't have an option for subscribers to not see ads, though. Well, when I was on Mixer, they did that. So if you didn't want ads at all, you know, basically paid. But on Facebook, even if you're a subscriber, you do get ads as well. I think that'd be a good, you know, a good benefit. Maybe one day. Honestly, I don't know what they were selling, but it was deep singing and a lot of overhead camera view. Huh. Well, apparently it wasn't a very well thought out ad if they, you know, you don't know what it is and you're watching it. I liked GM had an ad with Austin Powers in it. They played at the Super Bowl. I thought that was kind of a fun little ad. Like Dr. Evil and you know, his son and that lady that yells. Scott, that's the name of the character from Austin Powers. That's his son. Could have been Pants. You know, they might be getting you subconsciously though, right? So, you know, next time you go to shopping, that's when that brand will come to mind whenever you need new pants or whatever it was. They get you one way or another. They're gonna get ya. Get ya. Oh crap, I pulled out my watering jug instead. I'm glad that wasn't a wasp nest one there. You have a weird feeling you need pants with more holes in them. You know, that's a good fashion thing that, you know, if they sell you pants that have holes in them, they won't last as long as pants without holes. You're just being weird now? You can buy pants with holes. Oh, Chevy's selling you, eh? There you go. You guys ever find that, you know, you start talking about something and then suddenly all your advertisements are oriented towards that item? Was it similar to how Brandon described his ad? Maybe they were trying to sell Brandon a Chevy too. The Austin Powers commercial, I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was GM, but it was for electric vehicles. That was the one on the Super Bowl. No, sir, it's not like somebody just brings up Krispy Kreme donuts randomly in a statement. That's odd. That can happen. I find a lot of times it seems to bring up an ad of whatever. Talk about something that's sellable. I haven't had Krispy Kreme donuts in a long time though. It's been a while. I had Timmy's. Tim Hortons donuts. I had Tim Hortons breakfast today. It was one of them bagel belts, you know. Three cheese bagel. Go see what Audie's doing. Even getting your thoughts. No, the ad was just a picture of a Chevy SUV. I don't know. My phone bugged out. No sound or movement. Just a picture. Time counting down. Ah. It's like, you know, in 12 Monkeys. If you ever saw the 12 Monkeys with Brad Pitt. He's like, man, it's my psychiatrist. He figured out that I was about to devise this plan. And she was my psychiatrist from years ago, but she figured out I was going to, divulge this plan. Whatever he was doing. So the neighbors complain. Who's your neighbor? That penguin. Well, I have a sudden urge to rub helium balloons while taking bouncy balls. Alright, let's go over here and sell those. Boring? What's boring? Talking about rubbing helium balloons while taking bouncy balls? That doesn't sound boring. GM commercial. I thought it was funny. Oh, it shows at top of comment 2022 Chevy Equinox. It doesn't sound that bad. Keep the wood. See, that's the thing, you know, Maverick's comment was right out of the blue. I had no idea what he was talking about. Get the clarification. You want a Tesla commercial? Old Elon there was insulting my prime minister recently. And then he got slammed, so he removed his Twitter comment. Because sometimes Elon doesn't think. Don't look it up on Google. What is Nikolai Tesla's middle name? I don't know. Maverick, do you think you'd ever buy a Tesla though? I mean, those are really expensive cars, man. Like, those are house prices kind of cars. Although some of them are a little more reasonable, I guess, but... 2% might make it to the Charger. It's the race. Oh, crap. Put it in storage on the floor. I went to a electric vehicle show that they had, and I got to sit in a Tesla Model X, Tesla Model S, Model 3, you know, kind of check them out. And I asked the guy, the owner of the Model X, which is an SUV, I asked him how much it cost, how much it cost him, because it was a fairly nice model. And that thing was 140,000 American. Alexa, how much is 140,000 American in Canadian dollars? So just about $180,000 in Canadian. Alexa, how much is 140,000 American in Philippine dollars? Oh, she didn't really answer that very well. I don't think she heard it. Well, I don't know. How much is a house? Here, 3-bedroom, 2-bath is cheaper than that car. That's more than most motorhomes. Well, not most, but a lot of motorhomes for that car. I mean, that's a good model. He had the good range and stuff like that. Alexa, how much is 140,000 US dollars in Philippine? Yeah, it's not converting it for me, Maverick. Sorry. You'll have to figure it out yourself. 140,000 US to Philippine dollars. No idea. Over 300,000 to get these houses. Yeah, it's not converting it very well. I don't know how to. I don't think Alexa knows how to do it. This is more obscure conversion, right? Maybe it'll do Canadian. Alexa, how much is 180,000 Canadian in Philippine pesos? So about 7.3 million Philippine pesos. I'm gonna say it might be my accent. It might be. It didn't want to convert from US to Philippine pesos. It only wanted to convert from Canadian. So I don't know why that is, because you know, it's an American product. Well, you got 7.3 million spend on a car. Go to see if there's any paintings. Used to live in upstate Indiana, and a book here is $3. In Thunder Creek, $5. Oh, really? Different prices in different areas for the same book. I used to work for a couple different internet companies supporting U.S. Customers, and literally the price of the same service was different in different areas. So, like, you know, if you looked at the mountains near St. Louis, the internet there is super cheap, right? But if you the same service, same exact service details, if you looked at Beverly Hills or something like that, would be crazy different, because if you live in Beverly Hills, they charge it kind of according to the economy. And they explained it even that sometimes it'll be even just like, one town is, what the one price, things will be one price, and the next city over things will be a different price, because the economy is different in that area, and it's set based on the economy. So as far as it goes, they said don't make sure you look up that area when you're quoting a price, because that same exact internet service will be different depending on that area. Like, you can imagine Beverly Hills versus Indiana. I mean, Beverly Hills is going to be more expensive for that exact same thing, just because people got the dough in Beverly Hills. But yeah, there wouldn't be any difference in terms of the speed of the internet service. The service, they're phoning the exact same support. It was all the same. And you know what's interesting, Brandon? The reason they put Canadians supporting Americans, and for a lot of the Canadian companies, you'd have Americans supporting Canadians, is just because apparently, we got along in the aspect of, like, they found there was better customer service that way. Although I did occasionally have some Americans phoning in and recognizing that I wasn't an American based on my accent. They'd ask you where you're from, and they would absolutely not give you their address. Even though they're phoning asking for help, and I can't provide help unless I get their address. And I was pretty competent. I was fairly competent in what I was doing. So it's not like they had a bad agent or anything. It's just they were really paranoid and didn't want to they didn't want to give their personal information to someone in a different country. You get a lot of scammers in the US. I can understand it, but I mean, if you're phoning your internet company, you're the one initiating the call. It wasn't me calling them. It was them calling me. So, and sadly at the same time, I knew some, like, they had a number of female agents, on the phones supporting customers too. And there would be some people that would not accept support from a female agent. And some of those agents were like super good at what they did. But like they did occasionally get some people that wouldn't basically they wouldn't have nothing to do with them. They'd actually say, "Can you transfer me to a man?" Does anybody even answer some numbers they don't know? Generally, I will let them Unless I'm expecting a call, I'll let them leave a message and I'd call back if somebody I don't know. Yeah, if you're calling a number given to you from the company, you should trust it. I mean, you know, the thing is that, you know, that company did not, you know, they wanted that support, you know, to come from Canadians, because at the time, I guess they found just better results for customer service. And like I said, you know, the company that had customers in Canada, those people would actually be phoning and getting American agents, you know, so they had American agents available. They, you know, they just happen to want to use the other country. Later on, that job actually, I don't know what company it went to, but I think it went to other overseas support. Like a lot of those contracts for the internet providers. So even that sometimes there'd be some overseas accents that, you know, that the customer would be like just happy to be talking to somebody with an accent they could understand a bit better. You know, they were happy about that, but they did recognize that I wasn't American. Yeah, I've never need to call our cousins to the north, so I go by area code and that stuff. Well, there you go. I think he's a quaint painting, right? That's one I don't need. I think I have this one too. Serene painting. You know, personally, I don't care where the support is coming from. If I have to call support for somewhere, as long as they do a decent job, seem knowledgeable in whatever I'm asking about, I don't care where they are. Oops, I walked into the bush. And you know what's funny too about working in the internet company is, you know, some companies it was like a third. Is this live? Hopefully it's live. It was like a live. It was like, that was weird. Computer restarted on me. I heard Santa's reindeer are caribou, so they have antlers in the winter. So if they have antlers in the winter, they have to be female. Well, my computer decided to restart. So it crashed. Anyway, what I was saying is, some internet companies you work for, they have like a bronze contract and stuff. So they basically, you know, sometimes they'll actually have the people in the call center working. You know, they're too efficient, so they'll let some people go home to slow down the, you know, make it more busy for those in there, so that they don't over deliver. So that was weird. Kind of interesting how I can resume a stream like this, though. That's kind of neat. I don't know if Brandon and Tiffany or whoever else was in here are still around or not, but that's unlucky. What can you do though when you live in a shoe? Oh, we are here. Yeah, it's kind of my computer restarted on me. It was like all of a sudden it was on a blue screen. I guess that happens with computers once in a while. Tried to do something it couldn't. Make sure my hard drive's not full or something. There we go. It finally liked that. This must be like super hot by now. It's been burning for days. Give you time to go get a drink? Well, there you go. There's a positive, eh? Now you know how long it takes me to start my computer again. Doesn't do that very often, but I guess stuff happens, man. Dave, thank you for liking, much appreciated. See all my Valentine's hearts that they gave me. Am I here? I'm here. Hopefully it didn't break. Oh, you're replying to Brandon. No money rock yet. That lawnmower being out in the winter is probably not good for it. Well, the red zone's gone. It was a red zone for a bit. When it was dead. I narrowed my river down. The worst part is now I gotta download the stream tomorrow. And because my recording will be messed up, it'll only be halfway. There is money rocks in real life. You just have to use the right tools, I think. And go to the right place in the world. Probably have a lot of finances to dig them up. Up north. That would be cool if they could just hit it with a shovel, though. They used to have a lot of gold panning here in BC. People still do it, but not very much. A lot of work for what you get. Just hit it with Joe, yeah. I played a gold panning game on Facebook here. Only a few sessions of it, but it seemed pretty fun actually. You had to set up your operation, and you started with like a gold panning operation, and eventually you'd buy bigger and bigger equipment. Called Gold Rush the game. Oh, what are they arguing about? There you go. That's Maverick's favorite conversation right there in Animal Crossing. Maverick likes it when you talk about food. Hey Maverick, I had some Tim Hortons bagel belts this morning. I think Cranston is your Animal Crossing soulmate. He likes talking about food too. Stay a while, stay forever. Did I post on Discord? No. I'm not going to post nothing, no food pictures until you start responding to the YouTube section. I have a picture of some food I took a picture of. It wasn't that, it was something else. Maverick's from the Philippines. I post all these cool rock videos and videos for you, and you don't even bother looking at them. Saw Jamie posted some pictures of himself in the selfie section. Arkansas. That's in the United States, Maverick. Ugh. Put my feet up. There we go. Now we're set. We got 18 iron. Build all sorts of things though. You don't wish you'd be in Canada. Too cold here for you. There you go, guys. An original composition. Now let's catch some fish. Let that float down the river. You love cold weather, especially snow. You're waiting to adopt me. Man. You wouldn't like it here. They have vaccine mandates. You hated getting your vaccine. I love the cold, but I get irritated. How much snow do you actually get there in Arkansas? Do you actually get any? I don't know what the weather's like there at all. You got vaccine booster shots? Oh, I ruined that Bugs Fun. Did you see that? I'm so mean. Oh, missed. If lucky, once or twice a year. Oh, okay. We get a lot more snow here, obviously. That, I got a whole pile of money. We got $3 million.
Hold the world ransom for $1 million.
Don't you think we should maybe ask for more than $1 million?
Twice so far this year. 75 one day, the next day snowing, then 75 again. Oh. Not a lot though. People don't normally need winter tires then, I wouldn't think, right? Only a couple times a year. And probably it's insane when it does snow. That's what Vancouver's like, you know, when they do get one. A lot of people don't really know how to drive in it. Oh geez, this guy keeps turning around, eh? I haven't caught a bitterling in a while. You know where Maverick lives? I looked it up and they've never been below freezing. Now that's what I'm talking about. The shells today. Is there any new fish that would be out now? Or not new fish, new underwater fish? Does it come out like once a month? Even closed factory jobs last time it snowed. Well, I mean, you know, if your car doesn't have the right tires and stuff like that, and you know, you're not very experienced in driving in snow, it can be pretty tough. We got some pretty heavy duty snow here. Ontario's getting hit with a lot of snow. You know, that whole big storm front that was across the states there. Right, we're gonna go and check out the water. Drink a little water. I can't say I like driving in snow. On my YouTube, I put some, or not my YouTube, the Instagram, I had put some videos of highway driving here. If you have Instagram, you can always check it out sometime if you like. But it was like, or TikTok. There's videos on there too. But you can get an idea kind of what normal driving is on the highways there at that time of year. It was like December. You don't even drive though. How would you experience driving in snow if you got to drive first? Ice roads, that's all you need, eh? You don't drive normally, you don't need to drive on an ice road. You can die on those. You'll learn to drive. Well, tell you what. If you're gonna learn to drive, don't learn to drive on an ice road. Actually, you know, a whole different mindset. Use my car for test drive. No, you're not touching my car. No, I'm not a good driving instructor. Oh crap, which one is it? You guys quite moving, so. Alright, thank you for coming by, Tiffany. Do you have a good strategy to recommend catching this? And I can't get up to that guy at all to save my life. There we go, got him. Oh, no wonder that was so fast. Slowly move towards it. Don't push any buttons until you get right on top of them. I'll have to try that. I wonder where that other one went. Oh well. Try and try until you get it. That's usually my approach. You want to learn driving? Is the roads busy there where you are? You're in a huge city. Is it hard to get a license? In my where I live, my city, it's actually tougher to get a license than it is in a smaller town. In the cities? Oh, it's hard to learn driving? I mean, ultimately, it's probably better to learn in the city than it is to learn in the town. Oh, you didn't have to go yet? Oh, okay. Well, welcome back. Last of Us. That was a fun game. I'd like to try Last of Us 2 sometime, but I haven't secured a PlayStation 5 yet. And I don't want to start it on the 4. There's the otter. They're making a movie for that, eh? The Last of Us. Thanks for your generosity, man. I guess it's President's Day for you tomorrow, eh? Am I blue? Or do I just need to eat a big pile of scallops? Oh crap, we're gonna run out of time to turn in stuff. These guys don't fool around. When they kick you out, they kick you out. It's an American holiday, I believe. American federal holiday. Remember, I'm not American, so I don't know exactly. In Canada, we have Family Day, which is a federal, or it's not a federal holiday, it's a provincial day off. They have it different places in the different provinces have it on different days. I got mermaid shoes from somewhere. $15,000, probably most of it is that sea pig. You think President's Day? You're not sure? As long as you don't show up to work on the wrong day, right? Everybody's at home, you show up, oh, they must be just late or something. See, they closed. Lights turned off. That doesn't show them walking to somewhere. I don't know where those guys live. Oh, you work on federal holidays? Oh. In Canada, if it's a stat, you don't have to work. Or if you do work, then you get like, you know, basically time and a half or double time depending on your company, I guess. I don't know if it's universal double time or not. It's like the company I work for is double time, but I don't know if it's all double time or if it's time and a half at some places or not. And no work, no pay. Yeah, if we have that day off for stat, you get paid still. But you get paid regular rate. Alexa, how much is stat holiday pay in Canada? No, it's like a big formula. Depends on how long you've been working for a company, it sounded like. You only get paid extra pay or off for Christmas, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, and Good Friday. Oh, and New Year's. That good one time of the year is like good for you. Yeah, we get it for all sorts of stats and stuff like that. Oh geez, each side of it. And you know, our Thanksgiving in Canada is at a different time of the year, or it's like in October for us. What does mermaid shoes look like? Pink shoes? Like little cowboy boots, eh? Ones that catch the snow too, because we're gonna run out of them soon. Why is Thanksgiving early in Canada? I don't know when it is. Alexa, why is Thanksgiving at a different time in Canada and the United States? It said, Alexa said it's because the higher latitude and earlier harvest. Christmas Day only? Oh, no Thanksgiving there, eh? Well, it's something related to the harvest, I guess. Oh, what's he thinking about? I don't know what an Arthurian plant is. Evened out my money. Oh, it didn't. It broke the evenness. There he is. A Dragon Mania next week. Why do you serve turkey on Thanksgiving? I have no idea if there's anything tied to that or not, actually. No idea. Always Google it up, I guess. Was that it? Was that actually a spider? Oh no, it's a tiger beetle. Snowflake. I think I already know how to do that one. You miss anything this weekend on? No, I don't think so. They had like an announcement about something, but it wasn't anything like, I think it was like just some game or something. Nothing that I really think of that was too wild anyway. To the character. Oh, okay. Probably gone now, I guess, eh? Oh, did you like it? Was Uncharted good? The busing station. No, he's Maverick, he's talking about our partner Discord for Facebook partners. It was really, because there's a lot of expectations that, you know, it wasn't going to be good because video game movies are often kind of rough. Well, that's good to hear. Sometimes they're really kind of bad, really. The video game movies. They got this one right. Oh, that's good to hear. Did you like the Tomb Raider movies? I didn't mind the Tomb Raider movies. There is a spider right there. Be careful he doesn't jump on me. Where'd he go, though? Oh, crap! Was Mark Wahlberg actually a good choice for Sully, though? Are you familiar with the Uncharted games? Because, like, he seems a bit young to play Sully. He doesn't seem like the right choice for Sully to me, but I haven't seen the movie yet. Just stepped on that. Didn't know where he went. That was the problem. He's kind of hiding under the table or something. Is it worth it to watch Uncharted? There's like 3 people with nets in the area. Nobody catches the spider. Look at the big snowball already from the beetle. There's nowhere to really put snowman around here, though. All taken. Can't even get in there. Wahlberg played the character well, I think, especially at the end. Well, that's good then. I guess it depends that, you know, they don't really have to follow the game closely. They could, you know, like Resident Evil movies didn't follow Resident Evil very well. I don't know about the Raccoon City one, but the older Resident Evils didn't really stay true to the movie or to the game. That's probably a good thing in some ways. I didn't mind the Resident Evil. They're a bit cheesy, but you know, they were still fun movies to watch at least. You haven't seen Eternals yet? And you'll watch Uncharted soon? Oh crap. Drown on me. What's the role of Mark and Tom on Uncharted? Tom Holland is playing Drake, or Nathan Drake, who is the main character. Oh, boot that! And Mark Wahlberg is playing Sully, who is his companion in the game. But Sully's a bit of an older guy in the game. So it'd be like, you know, I don't know who'd be good at this point, but I mean, just somebody. I got a picture like Sean Connery, although Sean Connery might be a bit old now, but Sean Connery in the Indiana Jones movie, where Indiana Jones had his father in it. If you've seen that one. Have you watched any of the Indiana Jones movies? Yeah, there's a movie, Sully. Tom Hanks might have made an okay Sully. I guess though, from what we're hearing from Ree there, that well, Tom, he goes by Ree as well. Well, we're hearing though that Mark Wahlberg did all right. Excuse me. But the thing is that, you know, as far as it goes, Maverick, you have to be kind of familiar with the Uncharted franchise to kind of know what I'm talking about, as far as, you know, how the character matches up or doesn't match up to the game. Yeah, Uncharted is actually a really fun game. Kind of like Tomb Raider, you know, like you go around and you getting chased by bad guys while you collect, you know, stuff, artifacts or whatever. Gotta solve puzzles and how to get from one area to the other area. I mean, you probably wouldn't think it's your main game, because it can be, at points it can be very actionist, and other points it could be, you know, slow while you figure out a puzzle. Maybe. Pretty low on my list though. I've already played most of the main games. I want to get bigger fish. I guess I should go to the ocean, eh? There's one. Boring. Well, no, I didn't play them on stream. I just played them. At one point, their games are been out for a few years. I don't know what year they came out, but it was a long time ago. PlayStation 3 era, and we're on PlayStation 5. Odds are, if I was gonna play when I get a PlayStation 5 at some point, I'll probably look at Spider-Man before I'll look at Uncharted. Well, you never know. Not until I get a PlayStation 5, I'm not gonna be playing no PlayStation games. I have played Tomb Raider on stream though. It's very similar to Uncharted. This is a seahorse. You played on pirated games? No, no, on console. I don't pirate games, you know. I play, you know, I just buy the ones I'm interested in or play them on Game Pass. You know, their Game Pass is like Netflix for video games. Yeah, he plays well, he's kind of he has like a network, I guess. He plays like old retro games. So like games from the Nintendo Entertainment System, you know, put out in the early 90s or early 2000s and stuff. I think, yeah, you have to have a pretty good computer to run the computer versions of Uncharted, if there is some. I can't remember if they put that on computer or not. A lot of the PlayStation titles like that are only available on PlayStation. Tom Clancy's is a good game. Classic game. You like Tom Clancy? You ever play Mike Tyson Punch-Out? That's a good classic game. Look at that one. Do I know any like on pirated game? I don't know what you mean by that. Do I have any links? No. I don't buy pirated games, so I buy games. I don't pirate them, so I don't really need. Most of my games are through consoles and stuff like that. And if I need a game that's on the computer, I just go on Steam and buy it. You know, I like to support the developer. There we go. You gotta be careful too. I mean, if you're talking about playing it on your laptop that you bought and then put in your closet, that's one way to get viruses. Because a lot of times you're downloading software and you don't know what they've done to it. So sometimes there's a lot of junk in them. When you start dealing with those kind of things on computers, there's a lot of problems that can come up because it junks up your computer because they're working around copy protection and stuff. Now, it's just like anything, you know, if you're downloading a file onto your computer, you don't know what's in that file and you open it and it's a virus. Oops. Then you got yourself a virus. You know, because you don't really know what's inside the file until you open it, right? They say, oh yeah, this is Uncharted, and then it's not, it's some virus, then that's how they get stuff on there, and then suddenly your computer's saying all your files have been encrypted and you know you have to pay us money to unlock it. That happens a lot. They kind of people plant things to mess other people up. And then if you're talking about consoles, you know, like Xbox, for example, they go and they try to detect, you know, because you have to modify the console in order to run pirated software. They go to detect that stuff, and you know they'll ban your console. You could go to like GameStop and buy a used console that has been banned, and Microsoft won't unban it. And you know, so that's the thing. They'll you know, they'll hit up the machine's hardware address, and that's it. You can't play online ever again if they catch you running pirated software. All right. I already know the story. I've done this for you before a few times. Yo, Brett, how are you? But yeah, you're taking a chance. You know, it's not like, I mean, that can happen with movies too if you're downloading movies. You know, it's not the file you're expecting. When you watch on free links, you know, you're watching more of a stream, I guess. So, I mean, there's a chance. But, oh crap. Whop. There's a chance that you get something you don't want. But, you know, there's a bigger chance when you're downloading files to your computer, right? And you're technically downloading files to your computer even with this stream. And as Tiffany says, it is, you know, against some copyright laws and stuff like that. You know, because basically, you know, you're stealing their product. Goes away. See what an Arthurian plant looks like. Oh yeah, there you go. Maverick steals a lot of movies. He's like constantly downloading them through some free links website. So I don't think that part bothers him, even though, you know, if he was actually paying for the movies, he might get more movies that of what he likes, because, you know, they'll see these extra sales, right? I mean, you might think you're not impacting much, but I mean, if enough people steal a product, whether it be a movie or a game, or music for that matter, I mean, that affects their bottom line. And, you know, if they got that many extra sales, there's that much bigger of a chance that they'll put out a sequel and give you more of what you enjoy. You know, like if everybody stole Spider-Man No Way Home or watched it on free links, then there's no new Spider-Man movie. Because it would have lost money then, right? If everybody did, you know, if people don't watch it. And they spend hundreds of millions of dollars making these movies. That's 2. You like how the headlights can be turned on and off on the cars? Yeah, that's kind of cool, eh? That's 3. I haven't seen fourth one yet, though. Like a ground search. I can't believe that sword in this ground over there, the sword in the stone, cost 130,000 bucks. That's 4. No, you should have more than one soccer top. Guess I'm stuck with it. You know what would be nice is if I could push a chair under the gondola. It doesn't let you do that. It's a mystery where this last one is. Didn't see it at all. Ahoy! Hey, Brandon. Yeah, you know, Tiffany, when Maverick watches a movie, sometimes he'll literally be watching a movie for 3 days. So, as to how you can remember what's going on in a movie that you're watching over for 3 days, I have no idea, but he sometimes does it. How goes it? It's going good. I'm ghost hunting. Hunting the ghost, man. I just gotta find a glowy specter piece here, and I'll get some prize. Yeah. Oh, what do we got? We got space. There's another one, eh? All over the place. You know, it's because he pauses it and watches only a little part of it. If I watch something else. The movie's actually only an hour and a half movie, but it takes him 3 days to watch it. Whenever it's random where these pieces come up. It's like when, yeah, you'd have to watch the whole James Bond series. It's maybe that'd be 3 days long. No, he watches the movie fast if it's a movie he's interested in. But if he's pushing through the movie, a lot of times it'll take him a few days to watch a movie. You know, like if it's a complex plot or something like that. Or if the movie is more talking than action kind of deal. And I've noticed that a lot of times when he's describing watching a movie, that he takes a long time to watch ones like that. That one's like in a hard spot to hit. What we got? What do we got? Oh. Although I would think it'd be easier to understand a complex plot if you watch the movie in one sitting than you tried to watch it over several days. I think that would actually make it tougher, in my opinion. Just because, you know, there's a lot of those complex plot movies, you kind of catch things with little details. You know, and if you're watching a bunch of other shows or doing other things at the same time, it'll be hard to remember the details. I love complex movies. The ones you have to pay close attention to are your favorite, but you're not a big movie buff. I try to watch movies when I can. I don't have a lot of time because of streaming. Even though I only stream a few hours a day, it does occupy a lot of time. But I'd say my favorite movies are, and they're both complicated movies, is Fight Club. It's not that complicated, but it's complicated enough. You know, Maverick would call it complicated. And, because there's a lot of little tiny details in Fight Club that, you know, you don't even notice for 3 or 4 viewings kind of thing. You know, like in Fight Club, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's not about fighting. There's fighting in it, but the actual movie's not about fighting. And there's a Starbucks in every scene in the entire movie. And if you watch like a DVD or a Blu-ray of it, it's kind of funny. They even, like, the FBI warning at the beginning is even kind of messed with, kind of thing. You know, if you read the FBI warning, there's some stuff on it that you know, you probably would never notice. Don't think you've seen it? It's a Brad Pitt movie with Edward Norton. But it's actually really good. You know, there's little tiny details all over the place in it, and a lot of people got thrown off because of the name of it. But you know, because they do, there's a fighting club in it, but it develops into something else. And the movie's actually about consumerism and stuff like that. So there we go. But it's actually a really well-written movie. If you prefer books, the book is supposed to be really, really good too. I haven't read the book, but I've heard it's a really good book. And it, you know, there's slight differences from the movie. Another movie I really enjoyed, it's also Brad Pitt, coincidentally, is 12 Monkeys. They did a TV series as well, but the TV series isn't very good. They changed the concept of it. But 12 Monkeys is a movie. It's based on a little short story, I guess, where, you know, they're talking about, you know, a guy in an insane asylum or whatever, you know, in an insane place, mental hospital, was claiming that a virus overtook the earth, and he was there to study. He's from the future, there to study it. So the movie goes off of that concept, where this guy who's Bruce Willis comes from the future to study the virus and then take the information he's learned and then bring it back to the scientists in the future so that they can develop a cure in the future. So they kind of there's a lot of time travel jumping, and you know, and then you're kind of wondering if you know, you're wondering if he's actually crazy or if he's actually a time traveler and stuff like that. Madeline Stowe's in it. Sounds familiar with the virus thing? Yeah, it's like Brad Pitt is kind of has a weird eye. They put a contact in, so his eye's like a little bit off, kind of thing. You know, normally he's at that point in his career, he was a, of course, a lot of movies would have him as the hero because, the ladies found him attractive. But, they had a weird haircut on him and his eye was in a weird position and stuff like that. And he kind of was a crazy dude. So it's a completely different role than you normally saw Brad Pitt in. But I really enjoyed that movie. I think you'd be able to find it. I don't know if it's on Netflix right now, but you could always look. There's a TV series, though. Don't confuse the TV series. The TV series changed the concept a bit from the future people saying, the future or the past has already happened. So we can't change the past. We're collecting for data for the future. Whereas in the TV series, they're saying they can change the past. And that they're trying to. But yeah, both movies are really good. Fight Club is like a really, really good movie. Got some crazy twists in it that a lot of other movies have actually tried to copy. They kind of do some out of order stuff too. Like the beginning of the movie, they start kind of towards the end and then they jump back and then they jump forward again. But yeah, it's pretty wild. Meatloaf is in it. Yeah, I've seen Looper. That was good. It was decent. Wasn't as good as those movies, but it was decent. Enjoyable. Looper had some time traveling problems in it though. But it's that's one thing 12 Monkeys did really, really well. And 12 Monkeys is a director, and his name is Terry Gilliam. He's done some really outstanding stuff. He's a former member of the Monty Python crew. If you're familiar with those guys. Gold Brent tea. But yeah, Looper is kind of an interesting concept. What's this tea look like? See. Yeah. Yeah. The nurse's jacket, coolest one so far. Looper's the one that it's Bruce Willis as well, right? I'm thinking of the right movie, right? Or is that the one with Hayden Christensen? I kind of sometimes get those movies. I think of them both, you know? But I think Looper, if I'm thinking of the right movie, Looper is the one where Bruce Willis goes into the past and he's assigned to actually kill people past self kind of thing. On there, slow. There's the money pile, by the way, if you're wondering. Right here is a money pile. That costs like 300,000 bells to build. Shallow knit cap. Let's see what it looks like. Like a toque. Alexa, who is the star in Looper? Yeah, it's the one I was thinking of. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was the past Bruce. Inception, yeah, Inception was really good. Maverick actually doesn't like Inception, though. I think he said he found it too complicated, but I really liked Inception because it was like multi-layer dreams deep kind of thing. So that, you know, I found that one very interesting. But yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed Inception a lot. Really need a gold print tee, but keep it and give it away. Soccer uniform top. Doesn't matter about that one. Terry Gilliam, the guy that directed 12 Monkeys, he has a couple others, couple other movies too that were really good. Brazil is kind of a crazy movie. That's like way back in the 70s, that one, I think. So I watched it way after I came out. But that one there is kind of like the guy, he's in some sort of weird future processing thing where they're, they process, he's like some sort of an accountant kind of guy, right? And then he goes and they're working or whatever, and I guess what happens is there's a typewriter typing out these orders for police to grab these criminals or whatever, and then basically a fly gets in the typewriter and it mistypes one letter, and basically the cops go to grab this guy in some apartment. Oh, got an ad, eh? I was just saying there's a movie called Brazil that's also by Terry Gilliam. So what that movie is about is it's kind of like, like 1984 kind of deal stuff where, they're in some sort, the guy's an accountant or something like that in some sort of office, and there's these things that are typing out orders automatically for the police to go capture, or whoever they are to go capture, and a fly gets into the thing that's printing out, it mistypes a letter, and basically they go to capture, like, not the guy that's the hero, but they go to capture the person, and then you're going back to his office right at later on, and that guy, the main actor's boss, says, "Oh, you know, we got the wrong person and they accidentally got killed. And so we need to give the widow a check, you know, to compensate for the death. And I think it was the widow. But anyway, it was like, you know, so he's assigned to go deliver this check. And he's like, why don't you just give it, you know, the other ways? And it's because he doesn't have a bank account. So you have to hand deliver it. And so he goes and delivers this check. And then he gets involved in this huge, crazy, conspiracy, or not, yeah, kind of conspiracy and terrorist plot kind of thing. And it gets pretty wild. Movie. It's like a young Robert De Niro is in it, playing this plumber who's also like kind of like this super, he has like super gadgets and he flies around, and like it's kind of a crazy mental movie. So that's the same director as that 12 Monkeys. So you could see that, you know, kind of movies he was making back in the day. That also has some of the Monty Python guys in it too, actually. Michael Palin is in it, and I think there's another one. I can't remember who else was in it, but Robert De Niro's one of the ones. If you remember Who's the Boss, the mother in Who's the Boss is one of the actresses in it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy show, that one. Give her, she's like a soccer mom, so let's give her a soccer shirt. But yeah, there's no shortage of crazy. Oh, I should have gave her the soccer top. Oh well. For the gold print tee. Oh, I got a school chair in return, I guess. But yeah, Terry Gilliam, the director of 12 Monkeys, though, he's got some pretty cool movies. Over the years. I definitely check out 12 Monkeys if you haven't seen it. If you want to see that Brazil movie, it's, even though it's old, it's good. I believe that if a movie's old, it doesn't necessarily make it bad. Sometimes there's more original ideas. You know, the years before we're born, or, you know, when we're young or whatever. Like, I don't remember what the date of that movie is, but there's a lot of movies that are before my time that I really quite enjoyed. Man, what's this guy going on about? Yeah, you know, like my second, like I was in university. I've double majored. I was double majored in school, like in the university, and one of the majors was computer science, and the other major was drama. So I had to actually go through film studies and stuff like that. Victoria, thank you for liking, much appreciated. So, you know, that kind of probably helped get an appreciation for some of the older movies, you know. You kind of had to analyze them and stuff like that. 1 a.m. Nice. You're getting late for you. Comes here. 11 almost. Let's give him the soccer top. Maybe he'll like that. Oh, he likes it. You're welcome. And of course, like, I don't know, I think it was you I was talking to before. Somebody was referring Black Mirror to on Netflix. That's worth a watch. If you enjoyed the old Twilight Zones, some of those ones are pretty good twists and turns in each episode. Which really matches his normal style, but bath towel wrap. Got another shirt. See what a bath towel wrap looks like first of all. That's kind of funny. Running around with a towel. Yeah. There's some good flicks out there that are worth a watch. Howard, thank you for liking, much appreciated. Build anything? No. Gonna get some sleep? Alright, thanks for coming by. Made a new do-it-yourself called Ask Someone to Do It For Me. Huh, I didn't know you could do that with a kitchen area. That's probably better than a stove, eh? Who knew? Really hitting Tiffany with the ads tonight, eh? There we go. All the holes filled in. Well, you know what? I'm kind of tired myself here. Long weekend, but I'm going to sleep in. I woke up fairly early today. So, let's wrap her up. If you haven't followed yet, please do so. It'd be awesome. If you want to check out my YouTube and subscribe to that for free, you can. Feel free. The link is in the video description. Thank you for anyone who stopped by and chatted. We didn't have any shares on my alert here, but I'm not sure if that's because the stream or my computer wound up restarting. I don't know if that wiped them or not. But either way, thank you for anyone who hung out and stuff, who was watching the future. As far as the poll goes, it was a close one. Cat won narrowly. 53% to 47%. That's pretty cool. That it was that close. It wasn't a blowout, that's for sure. And then we'll paste that in my channel I made for poll results. There we go. So I'll remember now. Compare it. And thank you again, everybody. Have a great night.